The executive noticed a shifty-eyed girl spying on his house, and for several days in a row, she had been lurking suspiciously around the entrance. To figure out her intentions, the executive decided to disguise himself as a thief to investigate. Just as the girl finished eating a bun and was wondering where the token her master mentioned could be, she decided to take a few steps back to gather momentum to jump into the villa, but she accidentally stepped on the executive's foot, startling herself. When she heard that the executive was also there to steal something, she threatened him not to get in her way. Then with a light leap, she jumped over the high courtyard wall. She was shocked to find the executive already standing behind her. It turned out the front gate was open. The girl instantly felt like her intelligence was being tested. Once inside the house, she noticed there was no one around. So she boldly began rummaging through cabinets and drawers, looking for something. The executive watched her turn the room upside down and shook his head helplessly. When the girl discovered his hidden stash of valuables, the executive was about to tell her that the safe required a code and a key to open. But before he could, she forcefully pried the door open. She didn't even glance at the golden jewels inside. Instead, she broke the executive's most expensive bottle of red wine. Then, the girl spotted another bottle of wine and happily picked it up. The executive finally understood that she was there to steal the wine. He couldn't help but point out that the bottle in the middle was the most valuable, but the girl said she wasn't there to steal anything. She was just looking for the token her master had mentioned. She then placed the bottle with the token inside in front of the executive. Seeing a small glass bottle inside the wine, the executive curiously asked what was in it. The girl refused to tell him. Before leaving, she patted the executive on the shoulder but was suddenly pulled back by him, who then revealed that he was the owner of the house and that the bottle of wine she had broken was worth $1 million. Faced with such a high compensation, the girl froze in place, begging the executive to let her leave first, promising that she would come back the next day to work off her debt. To uncover more secrets, the executive sent someone to follow the girl. When the girl returned to her master's residence, she discovered a note left by her master. Her master had calculated that they wouldn't be able to afford the compensation for the broken wine, so he fled in advance, leaving the girl to deal with it alone. The girl noticed a man outside the door watching her, and upon inquiry, learned that he had been sent by the executive. She then invited the man inside for a meal. While she was cooking, the man secretly took a picture of the note on the table with his phone and sent it to the executive. To get to the bottom of who was behind all this, the executive personally visited the girl's home and found that she was living in extreme poverty, with no means to pay for the damages. The next day, the girl arrived at the executive's house to work as a maid to repay her debt, but the executive told her to go to school instead, offering her a salary of $100,000 a month. Hearing such a large amount, the girl immediately agreed, while her master was away. The girl planned to investigate the events that her master had hidden from her 12 years ago, but was deceived by a man who lured her to a karaoke bar.